gratitude greetings, a big smile on my face. But why am I happy? The weather is good, and I'm sitting in front of a climate change expert, environment expert, travel and tourism expert, the earth friendly leader, and the list is so long: a life coach, emotional intelligence coach, a kids coach, a puppeteer, and theater expert. The list is so long, and as always, I can't remember all the accolades and awards. And she's a super mom. Let's welcome Kapithra Kannapiran.
Thank you so much, Sunny. It's Kapithra Kannapiran.
Kannapiran, thank you. I'm so sorry. And
That's okay.
now, what is the secret behind so many achievements? Please enlighten us.
I think it's all about where you're born, the family you're born into. So I usually give my whole credits to the kind of atmosphere I was given when I was a child. So, my grandparents, my parents, my family members, close ones, I think, it's all because of them.
But what did they
And
do exactly? See, great. Parents, environment, yes, full marks. But please tell us
so I
little in
think,
detail.
sure. I think, we always, I see a lot of this these days, when you talk about parenting, it just kind of is about the father and the mother, and maybe you have a sibling, and, this is the unit. But parenting is not a unit. Parenting is, the community. And so it's the circles of community you have. It is, of course, the mother who gives you life, the father who gives you life, but beyond that, it's the grandparents, the uncle aunties, the relatives, the neighbors, the community workers, everyone. You are a product of, where you have been brought up in the ecosystem in which you live. So, and it is not just the house in which you live, it's also the surrounding environment. I should talk about that. It's about the nature you dwell in, and the balance, the equilibrium between growth of a person, the mindset which is developed in a child, and having the balance of that with the earth, which is our home. So I think I see myself as an individual, and my home is this whole earth. So it's not just that one particular house, but I'm very privileged, very proud that I'm part of this entire family system, both on my mother's side and father's side. But then I think it's more about, I try to have this relationship with everyone who steps into my life, crosses my path, and it just gets more beautiful.
Yes, yes. And you are very, very beautiful, like your background. So I also read one statement, and you also said, Earth is my home, and Vasudeva Kutumbakam, world as one family. So, where is this spirituality and all coming from? Oneness, expansiveness, which sometimes is difficult for many, and we are sad because of small thinking, small little petty I and my and no, whatever.
I think, Sunny, I will again go to my roots. I think it's about leaving a child to be who they were born to be. We always feel that as a parent, we are responsible for making them something. We are not, we have been just given, the privilege, the responsibility of a child, and give them a safe environment, give them an environment where they can flourish, and don't tell them what they should become, just leave them. So I was this wild child, and I should go a little bit on my background of the ecosystem I talk about in which I was brought up. I was brought up in Delhi, and initially the first 10 years of my life, I was in a place called Saket in Delhi.
Very
And
famous.
Yes, and this was in 1980s, and just I was in the DDA flats. So the boundary line of DDA flats is the Tuklagabad ruins, and and there was so much of nature around. And especially when rain comes, there are the peacocks, there are snakes, there are baby snakes which are playing. So there are all kinds of birds, and so I was very used of this kind of environment. There was it was not the kind of unsafety which we feel these days. I used to be go we used to go there, play treasure hunt. So I think the growth in nature is a very different thing. It brings that spirituality. So my spirituality is the nature itself. So
Yes.
it doesn't come from anything else. And in fact, very recently I put a play for Gymnashtami. It's Krishnaji's Govardhan Leela play. It's the storm he brings. Yes, he picks Govardhan Parvat on his little finger. And even Krishnaji said, worship nature, because it is it's directly helping you getting everything you need. The one who's responsible for everything is secondary. Nature is first. So even Krishnaji said that. So, I loved what his role was in
Yes.
helping us understand this. And that's why I did this play with an under 7 kind of a troupe, which is
Superb.
amazing. Yeah.
Great, great. So you're passing on the values and the magic to kids as well. Great. So please tell us what took you to life coaching, emotional intelligence.
Yeah. So initially when I started thinking where to go, and as I said, my parents were never enforcing as to this is what you should do. So it gave me the kind of flexibility, the freedom of being who I am. And I think I was in 9th grade when I started getting dreams that I want to do something on my own, be a businesswoman. I didn't have the term entrepreneur at that point of time,
Yeah.
but I used to dream I have a ice cream company or a toothbrush company, because that's what we are till then, right? I mean, we're just blooming. And so I mean, that dream was there, but I always knew I have to be grounded, and I just want to take it one point at a time. And so going on, I really got interested in commerce and in advertising or PR and marketing and all that. So my initial professional phase of my many years of career is into that, working with a lot of brands, a lot of companies, both social sector and the corporate sector. But I think and it usually happens with us women, right? I mean, when we have kids, we start thinking, we want to spend more time with our babies, and what do you do then? So I think by that time, it was 2012 when I was just sitting and thinking again in Delhi. I was doing a project with Delhi in Intact, and this was the UNESCO Making Delhi a Heritage City project. And I was just sitting and thinking, what do I want to do from now on? Because I've already done this, I've achieved this part of it. It's very boring now. I just don't want to do this just for the sake of, having a living or something. So I think education and environment were two things which I thought I can make the maximum impact in. And this is where it all came from. I started Chirp Chatter Cheer, which is my creative education and alternative learning firms, in 2012. Slowly starting being a momopreneur, getting theater, storytelling into plays, and many other things. My summer camp called Fun Bags, which has been running since 2012, with a little gap in between, of course. And then in 2019, I kind of conceptualized O Earth, which is my environment firm. Yeah. And it's been nonstop till then. Yeah, till from then, it's kind of, I'm just going with the flow at times, just looking around what's happening, and seeing the industry from outside gives you a very big picture.
Yes.
So that's exactly what's happening right now. Yeah.
Super. And I'm sure with all these wonderful moments, lot of moments, parents must have felt very proud. Wow, Kapithra, what were those moments?
Many. I think many, what has helped me be more courageous with the kind of steps I take, and, just move step by step, wherever I want to go. I never see it as like climbing up, but I see it like moving and flowing, is when parents trust me, or even when my partners trust me. Trusting with children is a very big thing, you would know. So I think children need trust of basically space, people, and experiences. When you're born, you don't know that you're separate from your mother or parent, right? I mean, you don't know, have that system still inculcated in you. So I think as we move on, the space, the people, and experiences become very, very important when it comes to trust. So when parents trust me, when partners trust me, it just kind of brings more sparks, more sparkles, more stars into my life. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I see you are seeing up and talking. So that's visual recall, you know. So you love
See down
colors
also.
and you go into
I see
dream
down. When I'm
world.
walking, I'm seeing down and then up and then
Yeah,
sides.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you are a visual person. So you have a lot of,
Yeah.
visual memory, color sense, and beautifully dressed, royal. You want things to look good and you remember visually as well. So now you will be remembering a lot of happiest moments. Please share with us. Let's relive them. Let's celebrate your happiest moments.
These moments. So many, Sunny. You're putting me in a fix, actually. I think from a personal point of view, I think it will always be when you become a mother, when you get your child in your hand. When my son came to me, and that was the most sweetest, most happiest moment of my life. And specifically, what happens, when children are born, when you deliver, there's a gap of bonding. The bonding happens a little later. So I think it was 4 or 5 days after he was born, and he was in the cradle in the hospital. I was just looking at him, and I was just thinking, oh my god, he's out, he's there, and this is my life. And he smiled, and when he smiled, I was like, oh my god, he's a happy baby. Just like me. So I was very, very, that was the happiest moment of my life, when he was smiling, he was smiling away, he'll smile and quiet and smile. And I'm like, okay, he's a happy baby. That's it. That's all you want, right? Children to be happy. That was personally my happy moment. Personally, professionally, my happy moment, I think it's yet to come, Sunny. It's still not there. There's so much to do, so much to do. I'm not thinking it as an award. I'm not thinking it as some achievement or something. But I think at some point of time, after I've tried doing my best, I'm gonna be happy about it. That's what professionally. That's how it's gonna be.
What
It's
keeps Kapithra Kannapiran keeps going? Because we all face some obstacles, low moments. The mind is getting into, oh, that scene, that scene, that scene, and then gone. Then how do you bounce back? And what keeps you going in the journey?
Yes, that's a great question, which I was even thinking about this today. And because today is Teachers' Day, so happy Teachers' Day to you, Sunny.
Thank you so
And
much.
so, when I think about teachers, educators, gurus, myself also in this whole paradigm of things, I always, there are lows, there are ups and downs, there are heartbreaks, there are, mistrust. All these things keep happening, and I always felt what kept me going is, the flame of integrity. And this is usually built by people who are with you in your very, in a time when you were very young, as a child. And this flame of integrity, because beyond knowledge, beyond skills, beyond attitude, beyond values, and beyond habits, you need to build that courage. You need to have that integrity. There's this little flame which keeps burning inside you. No matter the world destroys you, there's this little flame, and you need that one person in your life when you're young who rises with you and shows you the sunrise, who rises, who is with you, shows you the sunset. So I think my grandmother was there, who was doing that always. She built that integrity in me, and that's what keeps me going always. We lost her last year. She was 96. But she, till the last moment, she showed us how to, have that integrity in you.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what keeps me going.
Their values keep us inspired. So what is the story behind your beautiful background?
It's called pointillism. So you use fingers and you kind of, try to do art with it. And he did this when he was in 4th grade. He's in 6th grade now, and I loved it. So I have put that. It's part of his school work, and I loved it, and I kind of put this in the background. That's it.
Super, super. Your favorite movie?
Sound of Music.
Wow. And favorite song?
Many songs, but I think I have a lot of people in my life to whom this song actually suits is Main Zindagi Ka Saath Nibhata Chala Gaya.
Very nice. Kapithra in one word.
Very difficult. Very tough. I have to contain myself. Very difficult, Sunny. I think it's very difficult to contain yourself and say a word. I think anybody else should try this. You should try this, to put a word to me. I'm putting the ball in your court.
Magic, infinite, soulful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And happiness in one word.
Happiness is created. People think at times, because as I said, when my child was born, he was happy, he was smiling. It comes with his genes. It comes with his who he is born with. But then I think happiness is something we need to create, because sometimes when we go through life, the kind of behavior we go through, the kind of experiences we go through can make us bitter. At times we feel that happiness should come to us. No, we should create happiness for ourselves. That's self-care, that is self-love, that's self-regulation.
Super. That's emotional intelligence for us. So let's keep learning from you, and I wish you all the best for your dreams, for your noble journey, pure journey, spiritual journey. Have a great life ahead. We enjoyed completely, and I'm sure every viewer, our students, our teachers, our parents are going to love this interview. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a nice day.
You too.